Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We are not in the shed today, obviously, and as we told you in the last video, we are doing a Guy buy today. Hello, Guy.
Hello.
No shorts today, unfortunately, ladies.
Sorry, ladies.
It's cold out there. It's 102 degrees.
Yeah, like my truck said 104 right before we pulled up.
We've got some interesting stuff here.
You want to talk about this stuff right here, Candace? Because I don't even know what to say. I'm so confused.
Yeah, I don't either. We kind of got a little heads up that this was going to be here, and I tried to research, and I didn't. First of all, I didn't know what I was researching. We've never had anything like this, but they're basically like they're called photostat pages. Are good
layout pages or
for newspaper comic strips. So this is on here, but they could pull it off and lay it on their page. And it's not like copy machine. This was stamped from the plates. And
you can tell the paper, well, first of all, you can look at it and you can tell like it's pretty high resolution.
Yeah.
And it's on like photo paper. And like these are dated 1979. You can see the paper it's mounted on.
And I know you're not going to be able to see on camera, but there's like a sheen to all this black ink here.
Actually, you are picking it up when you get it at the right angle.
So that just so it tells you it wasn't just made on a copy machine, you know. But yeah, we've got Star Wars and Hulk and Conan the Barbarian.
There's a whole box of this stuff right here.
Then these are for Walt Disney Treasury of Classic Tales.
And again, you can tell like these are. Like, bring that up here, Candace.
I'm gonna get one of these.
I want to show them that. Okay, that like this is some like you could tell like it had to like mount it on something.
Yeah. And
then cut it just right to fit something. And you see how they have a hole right here?
Mm-hmm.
We have another one that does not.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to help you.
We have another one. See where that hole is on that one?
Yeah, they have the cross here.
Right, and I think that's to let them know whenever they go to mount it with whatever they're doing with it, that they couldn't like right in that area. No. Now this, did you color this last night or something, Guy?
I did.
You did?
He got bored.
You got bored and started coloring? Because this one's colored with marker, it looks like.
Yeah.
Not all. Wait, all of them are, huh?
Like this one, they started it, but they didn't finish.
Candace, these are colored with marker. What is this?
Yeah, they are.
What is going on here?
Maybe the employees did that when they were done with it.
We are not so sure what's going on.
We have no idea what's going on with it. And then, let's see, and this little thing over here.
In the ice chest.
Yeah.
Those ice chests make great shipping containers, by the way. If you have something really fragile.
These are like proof papers for the newspaper. It shows you the release dates that these should come out. And look at this provenance. There's a letter here about some incorrect dates.
The Conan releases we mailed you for the week of blah, 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 containing the wrong date. This is from 1979. This paperwork is that 44 years old? Is that right? My goodness.
Yeah.
But that is awesome to have that, because that is at least is provenance for everything in here.
We think there's probably about 500 of these in here. I'm not gonna try to grab the whole.
1979 to 1981, I believe.
Now, Guy told us these are worth about $200 a piece, so we have 500 of them. So that's about $500,000. No, that's about $100,000 in that box, I think. Yeah. But no, seriously, y'all. We think we have some. We think Guy found something really cool here.
Yeah.
We just don't know how cool. We don't know how valuable yet. We're not exactly sure how we're going to sell it.
Yeah, there's not this stuff out there from what I can tell, unless I'm searching the wrong terms or something, you know.
So by the time this video goes up, we will not have listed it yet. If any of you have like very specific knowledge of what we're looking at here,
or can point us in the right direction of where to look online, or
like
please help us out.
If y'all are in like the newspaper business or a printing business or something like that, and you're like, oh, I know what that is right there. That's when they put it on the Duma Flotchy and had to run it through the thing or whatever. And if y'all have that kind of information, that would be helpful. We would really appreciate that. So yeah, it's gonna be a project.
Whoa.
Easy, Guy. What else you got? Anything? Did we miss anything, Guy? I mean, what do we have? 1,000 pieces of things here? Guy's like 1,000 things. Oh, that might be a title. And then
I think it's more than that.
oh, I know, it's just a lot.
All right, then we have some graded comics here. Little Mermaid, Captain America, Thor, and Wonder Woman.
Yep. Now that Wonder Woman has a $140 price tag on it. I don't know if it's going to be worth that or not.
Yeah, we don't know what the current value is.
Apparently whoever tried to sell it for that didn't. Unless Guy bought it for that.
Yeah.
Did you pay $140 for that comic, Guy?
No.
He's shaking his head. Yeah, so. Okay, we have a lot of modern action figures and whatnot. This is some He-Man stuff. Man, that is cool, huh?
Yeah.
We've got 2 of those.
Battle Cat. All right, these are really cool. They're Japanese wrestlers.
Super 7.
King of Sports, Super 7 Japanese
Guy
wrestlers.
says what is Super 7, a brand? Okay.
And you can see we have 6
Is that more of them?
6 of them, yes.
Yeah.
Different wrestlers.
Okay.
You can see right here.
Is this like a big thing, Guy, in Japan? I thought they had the sumo. I didn't know they had like American style, like WWF or E or whatever it is nowadays.
We have a JoJo Monopoly.
Who is that?
JoJo Siwa.
Who
She was on that show Dance Moms, and then she just blew up and became.
Okay, so
she had her own branding and stuff.
All right.
Yeah.
You know anything about her, Guy? Guy's shaking his head, but I'm kind of suspicious that he may know exactly who that is.
Oh, he knows. We have some more just different action figures in the boxes. Some Marvel Legends, some DC Multiverse. Those are more He-Man.
So when it says Masterverse, that's modern He-Man stuff.
Yeah, Masters Universe. Yeah.
Skelegod.
Yep.
Oh man, these are cool.
Let's see. Let me get down in there.
Guy said it's 4th quarter. Let's load them up.
Yep. It's perfect timing.
Saber-tooth. Oh look, Princess Bride action figures.
Yep.
Look at that.
Looks like we have different figures too. So yep.
Inigo Montoya.
What was that he said about
what?
How he was getting revenge? I'm trying to remember what he said.
Oh, these are cool.
Yeah.
Oh, these are McFarlane. Are these from the 90s?
Look, here's the Dread Pirate Roberts.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
Let me see. I'm trying to see when these are. No, these are very modern. These are from 2021.
Okay.
These just came out.
See if I can get those back in there.
Didn't come out with a remake of that movie, huh?
No,
I don't
they
think
didn't.
so.
No, that was an awesome movie.
You like that movie?
Oh yeah.
Kids
Like
love
a
that
chick
movie.
flicks, man.
It's not a chick flick. What are you talking about? It's got a lot of good comedy in it.
All right, then we have another box down here.
Some modern Star Wars and Joe's. There's a Hunchback of Notre Dame right there.
That's another Super 7. I've heard of Reaction before because that's like modern figs. But then I didn't know Super 7. I didn't know what the heck that was.
Yep, and then we've got some puzzles in here. We've got this is the Beatles, G.I. Joe, Iron Maiden, a Marvel couple.
Iron Maiden jigsaw puzzle?
Yeah.
I didn't know they had. I didn't know
Look,
there was such a
Spam, Spider-Man.
thing. Got some more of that.
Yep, and some
You'll
more.
see some more smalls down there. Dread Pirate Roberts again.
Yeah, some little pop culture things. Some more of these pop ornaments.
Those are Pogs down there. Those are.
And I see some Happy Meal boxes over here.
Yeah. Okay. All right, so I think Guy already has a number. Oh, another part of this deal too is that we have had for quite a while a bunch of a lot of cards, sports and non-sports cards. We've gone through a lot of them. I've listed a bunch of them individually. We still have a ton. Oh, we have more stuff too.
Guy just kicked this crate.
Okay, Guy kicked the crate. So part of this too is we're giving Guy a lot of his cards back in trade, like a bunch, super bulk. Most of which are not very good. I'm sure there's a lot of gems in there. Guy already bought. you bought a bunch of cards back from me that I bought from you before.
Yeah.
And sold them.
And
Made
sold
profit
and
off
flipped
them.
them and
Yep.
flipped them like almost
In front of
immediately.
He sold them twice. Once to us and then to somebody else.
Right. Once to us, and then I sold them back to him cheap after I took what I wanted.
Yep.
And then he sold them again for a man, guys.
Always working.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a little bucket of wee stuff he just kicked to me.
Okay. Yeah. There's what is that?
Right there, that goes to that Super Nintendo.
This?
Oh, it's not all wee. There's a Nintendo in
It's-
here.
Oh, that's a HDMI converter? Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's pretty sweet. Look, that goes whatever their AV thing is out to HDMI. That's a converter.
Then that Super Nintendo was cracked.
Yeah, guy did bring a Super Nintendo that has a bad crack on the corner, like really bad.
I didn't notice.
Still gonna test it and see if it works. There's a Wii down there. Those are always decent. Let's see what else. I think just the wires and stuff like that. So, all right, and then there's always this kind of junk, right? Like, that kind of stuff. I get like that's
Controllers, huh?
huh?
There's no.
These are just like plastic things you put the control. Oh, you mean the
no,
Wiimotes?
there's none in there.
Yeah, I don't see any.
Nope.
I got some at the shop. You know.
Okay.
And then an autograph.
British Bulldogs tradition.
I guess that's both of theirs.
What does
on
that say?
there. I don't know.
Something, I don't know. I can't tell what that says.
That's his
Looks like it's probably legit. So,
Yep.
all right. But yeah, part of this, we're gonna give Guy a bunch of money today, and then we're also gonna give him some cards too.
Yeah.
And then Guy's gonna give us like 3,000 pieces of inventory for it. Guy is working on the comic buy also. We don't
It's
want
gonna be
to
about 25,000 comics.
about 25,000 comics, which means we're trying to get 25,000 comics too.
Yep.
And it's probably the last 5 years, and then he has some from the, the 90s, 80s, and some 70s.
70s, 80s, and 90s too. Okay.
But
So-
a lot of variant covers, stuff like that.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I never thought I would sell comics and cards. I used to tell a guy that he'd show up with comics. I'm like, eh, or cards. And I'd be like, I don't want that. And then slowly, guy kept hammering away at me. I'm like, ooh, you got any cards? Got any comics? Now, still don't love the cards too much, but I love the comics because sell the, what out of them in lots. So all right, enough beating around the bush. What are we looking at?
5,000.
5,000?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. I didn't think we were gonna get off that easy.
That's about a penny per unit. No.
I didn't think we were gonna get off that easy today. Wow. All right.
No, it's 500.
No. No. You sure? 500 plus.
Because y'all are giving me the card.
I don't know what those cards are worth, dude.
500 plus the
Look,
cards.
and I told you what I paid for everything.
I didn't
You
know.
taking? I sent it to you.
He told me.
I don't know. What did he pay?
Yeah, it was to
Oh,
both
wait.
y'all.
I'm not saying.
Okay, you're not saying.
To both y'all.
Okay. I didn't see it.
But the big bulk of it was right here.
Yeah.
That you paid for?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So me knowing.
Because he wanted, when I first asked about it, he showed it to me.
Yeah.
He was talking 1,000 plus.
That's what I was wondering because
Yeah.
I was like, what do you?
Yep. He was thinking 1,000 plus, and when he laid that number, and I don't have any knowledge on this, but I knew it was from that era.
Right.
And the story that he told me, which was told to him, is from an estate, and it all matched up or whatever. This is
Of where the state. It
And we
came
do
from.
have the some amount of provenance.
Yeah.
So yeah. So you won't.
not like something that I made copies
You went
at
to
Kinko's
Kinko's.
last night.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Right. All right. So yeah, 500's good if that's what you really want.
And the cards.
And the cards.
Yeah.
And we'll come back. We're gonna get this all squared away. Figure out what we're gonna bring back with us. Figure out what we're not gonna bring back today. And then we're gonna go get
His cards.
his cards. We'll show you how many cards Guy is getting.
Yeah.
I think if we include the cards, you're probably getting more than you're giving here on piece count, even with all your stuff here. So yeah, thanks a bunch, Guy.
Thank you.
All right. Oh, you got to give the money. This is the time where we're trying to give Guy more money. He won't take it. We tried to just slide him an extra 100 or 2. He won't take it. So whatever.
All right.
500. Thank you, Guy. That's awesome.
Thank you.
We're gonna go get the card. We're gonna take care of this stuff and then go get the cards.
This is, you got the money shot?
Okay. Yeah. Guy, is that what?
Guy's got a treasure chest.
He got
here.
the treasure chest. Like, okay, when we first got all these cards, this was like what, over probably like 5 different transactions or something, or more maybe. 10 trans. Every now and then, Guy would have just some cards sitting there or whatever, and be like, "Here you go." I'm like, "Oh, thanks." And
I got a Smoky Joe, man.
yeah, so we loaded Guy up with cards and a little barbecue pit we got from Kevin and Danielle. We re-gifted it. Not really re-gifting, I guess, but look, Guy got him a little Weber grill. He got him a little grill cover, and then got him a little tool set here, all brand new, and then a bunch of cards.
And a treasure chest.
And this chest, which we got from Guy, and we're thinking probably at some point in the future,
We'll see it back again.
Guy's gonna fill it with treasures and sell it back to us. So, thank you, Guy.
Thank you.
Well, good morning, everyone. We are back in the shed.
Good morning.
It is
It's the next day.
Yeah, it's Wednesday morning.
Yeah.
And we brought most of the stuff from that buy we did with Guy yesterday. Not everything. We actually have currently.
We left the comic stuff so that I'm gonna finish up these things, and then I'll probably get them and start figuring out our game plan for that.
I think that might be a long-term project where we like
bring some every a couple of times a week,
or every couple of days we'll get a few more up there. I don't know. We're gonna have to talk. We're gonna have to research it.
And I had a storage idea planned for them, and I don't think it's gonna work. I have a drawer in my desk down here that's also like file cabinet,
Hanging file folders.
but it's not legal size, and some of those things are really long.
Oh.
So we might, but you can buy little temporary, file boxes. So we might incorporate something like that. We'll see if we can find some pretty cheap.
Yeah, we just have to figure out. We have to do a little research and figure out how we're going to list. Like if we do individuals, we're talking about years long project.
Right.
Well, maybe not to list them, but to sell them. Yeah. Obviously, or are we gonna do some lots of some sort? The good thing is the price we pay. Guy gave us a pretty good deal on all that stuff. The price we paid was $500 plus. We gave Guy all those cards on that cart, which he was happy with. So, and I was ecstatic about those cards were kind of always there, kind of just mocking me or something, and I was
it's
just
like a kind of a weight lifted off your shoulders.
It was.
Yeah.
It was. I did not love those cards that were left, for sure. There was a lot of junk there. There was some good stuff. Guy likes working with that stuff, so he got them back. We currently have kind of a plan. Candace is going to continue with the buy we did, the first Guy buy we did the other day,
which is mainly the Marvel Legends and the
Eagle Moss chess pieces.
Eagle Moss, yes. And while I'm doing that, Lonnie's going to get all this new product listed.
Yeah. And then that way we're also going to track on 2 different spreadsheets. We Candace looked up these comics yesterday. These are pretty good. This is probably a couple $100 in comics here.
Yeah. Yep.
Maybe about 200, close to 200, maybe a little over, which is awesome. That takes a big chunk out of the buy price.
Right. Yeah.
By the time we get all this stuff listed and most of it sold, we're going to be ahead of the 500 and then still have all those weird comic sheets that we had. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to the next few days of just chilling and listing brand new product. It sounds awesome.
That'll be fun, huh?
That's what we're going to do. We're going to knock all this stuff out and then get back to our normal grind, unless Guy calls again. Yeah. Because he is working on some other deals.
He's still got a couple more irons in the fire, so we'll see what happens with that.
It might be a big comic book deal coming. We don't know. Or it might not happen. We're just not sure. Right now, the price is just not right for Guy. So we are going to pull some orders. We don't have a ton going out today, so
yep, everything on eBay again. We have 9 orders going out.
And so just for fun, we're gonna pack these orders on video too.
Yep.
Yeah, I did run to storage this morning, brought some stuff out of here, and we actually brought this yesterday, and it was good luck, I guess.
It sold overnight.
Because it sold last night, right after we brought it over there.
So Lonnie ran and got that from storage. We sold those for $40.
I think we paid $7 for those or something, 6 or 7.
Remember. We brought back so many shoulder pads recently. I don't remember.
These are the ones we got from Goodwill though. The day we went to all those thrift stores.
Yeah, 6 or 7, something like that. Yeah, plus tax. All right, the next item is a reel. Let's see if we have more than one reel going out today.
I think just one, huh?
Just one, okay. Crosby, Stills, and Nash and Young. Deja Vu.
Where is it?
5 Bravo.
5 Bravo?
They're all on 5 Bravo, remember?
Pretty much. I think they pretty much all are, or maybe they all are. Yeah, because I converted this box to something else. Okay. Oh. Man, I got lucky. I turned around and it looked right at it. That's cool. Yeah, we sold so many of these reels now that I moved most of them right here, or maybe all of them. I'm not sure. I thought I had one more location. Oh well.
All right, that one sold for $40.49.
Okay, nice.
Sold one of the action figures I listed yesterday on 7 Bravo. It's in the package, Scarlet Witch.
Okay. Yeah, this one was it's one of the lower value ones. There we go. Man, that's crazy. Okay, it doesn't have that's like her vehicle or something?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah, it's
gotcha.
not a Build-A-Figure.
Right.
And I have 2 more of her like that, but one of them has a trading card in it. It was like a special release. So I'm curious to see if that's worth maybe a couple of dollars more. Sometimes it's just the same, you know. We sold a car part. It's been a while.
Yeah, it has.
2 Bravo, number 65.
2 Bravo 65. Okay. This bucket right here. I do have a few Tomica things in there too.
It's a disc brake caliper. B.
What color is it?
It is gray and yellow packaging.
Gray and yellow?
Yeah. Or white and yellow.
I should have pulled this. I should have pulled this off camera, but I found it.
Yep.
There we go.
Yeah.
Caliper bracket bolts. Got it.
That sold for $8.
Okay. Put this back.
One Alpha. We sold the last Spin Master 5-minute Marvel game. Sold all 3 of them in the last few days.
Okay. Yeah, that's awesome, man. We
Yeah, I'll put an Imagine next there.
it's fun. Selling through these. We need to sell a little boxcars game there. That's what we need to sell.
So that's all for 30. It's interesting. We've had them listed for a few weeks now, and they just all decided to sell this week. Yep.
But we paid. That was Ashley's garage
I
sale.
think we paid $2 maybe.
2?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
We have a card on 1 Bravo C8.
Oh yeah, this is Jordan Poole. I have another Jordan Poole card. When I listed these, he was hot. Cause it was like, when I listed those, it was like right around the time the Warriors won the championship year before last, and he was big, and then he signed a big contract, and then he got punched by Draymond Green, and he had a bad year last year. And then, did you see that when he got punched by? Okay, well, yeah, it was a whole thing. And then he ended up getting run out of Golden State. I don't remember where he is now. But yeah, his value is
He's had some shaky years, huh?
Yeah, not all of it was his fault. Some of it was.
Yeah, that one's all for 15. Took
Okay.
our best offer, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I had that thing listed at 35 at one point.
Yeah. We sold some Stampin' Up stamps. It's a set of 5 stamps, 5D. They're Hedgehog Happiness.
Okay. Charlie Delta. Oh, they're right here on top. Perfect.
Got 'em.
Yep. Got lucky.
Sold those for $10.40.
Alrighty.
Sold the first pantyhose out of that buy I did. 2 Delta-H.
Okay. Uh-oh. Am I gonna be able to get to it? We're slowly getting these aisles kind of cleaned. Oh. Boy, you did list a lot of pantyhose. I forgot about that. H. Got it.
It's JCPenney. Let me see. Yep. Those sold for $12.
Yeah. I guess you realize there's 25 cents written on the package, huh?
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing I can do
Yeah.
about that.
Man, yikes. All right.
And then the last item is some spark plugs in the Joe drawer.
Joe?
Yep, a lot of 2 Champion plugs.
2 champions, 863 RCJ8Y.
Yep, $6 for those.
Okay.
That's everything.
That's everything going out. Simple pack day, pretty much. Let's go ahead and get it done. All right, first up, we're going to pack this reel. And I've gotten a pretty good many questions about these Gemini comic mailers, which I love using. I bought these, man, I've had these for probably like 3 years or something now. They were, whenever I priced them out, they were pretty expensive. And I don't remember what I paid now, because like I said, it's been a few years. It's been a while. And I remember I didn't like the prices and the lower quantities. I ended up buying like 500 of them. I want to say I got the cost to the door down to around 70 cents like that. But I don't even think now that, I don't even think buying in that kind of quantity would get it that low. So honestly, depending on how much they cost now, they may be too pricey. I'm not sure. Fortunately, I have a couple hundred left still from that buy though. Okay, this next one's a little problematic, and I think, Candace, are you selling these loose, the other ones?
Mostly. I'm doing it on a case-by-case basis. So, and that was my concern, like what box would be used for the ones that we are keeping in the pack.
Yeah, and the issue is these are actually longer than 12 inches. We have 1210 4 boxes like this that are great for usually for larger on-card figures. Like that's how we started buying these boxes. Actually, right. Most of the boxes we started buying them for a reason, and then we kept stocking them.
Yep.
And this is just a little bit too long for this box. Also, it's over a pound. Also, it's going to Alabama, which means that priority on this particular thing, we're going to do a free upgrade to priority because it's actually a little cheaper than Ground Advantage. And the added bonus is we get to use a free box. So, but I do think we're going to sell a lot of the other ones loose instead. Yeah. So I just need, so I'm going to do a quick box resize. This might be the only box resize I do today. No, I'm going to do one more after this. So what we need is something like to here. So all I'm going to do, I just need like 1 ruler width. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and score. Does this work? No, that doesn't work very well. I think I like drawing my line better. I never actually did it that other way. Okay. And I'll just score. And we get asked a question. This actually came up in the Facebook group yesterday too. We get asked a lot about, like when we're listing items, how do we know how much shipping to charge? Let me check my view. I'll make sure we have a good view here. We do. But when we're doing a listing, how do we know how much shipping to charge? And really, a lot of it is just educated guess. Like we use the same boxes so much that if something weighs, or like these spark plugs, right? If I throw them on the scale, I'm like, I'm probably gonna put those in a bubble mailer, and let's say these weigh 4 ounces on the scale, then I'll be like, okay, this will be an 8-ounce pack because I got to add a little bit extra in for the packaging, right? And if something else, yeah, this is about the same 8-ounce, right? And then something like this, where it's probably pretty close, something like this, I may even go ahead and put the item plus the box I'm going to pack it in, and then I'll just, in my head, add a little bit for bubble wrap and paper or whatever if I feel like that's what needs to happen. So a lot of times we are weighing the item itself. I'd say very rarely, Candace, do we actually put the item and the box on the scale anymore. Candace,
every once in a while, it's like when I'm doing these loose figures, I did pull out this little box the other day because my figure was under 4 ounces, so I wanted to see if I could keep the shipping under 8. So I did, we did pull out and assemble one of these little boxes to see if they would fit in there. And then when I'm listing a lot like these figures, I'll weigh this box and I'll know how much of this weight would add to my figure. So that's a good little trick. You know, just weigh your figure with, or your item with the box you're going to use. You don't necessarily have to store it in that, but just to know how much your shipping's going to be.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's also a lot of guesswork involved too. But when you're first starting, there's absolutely nothing at all wrong. Oh, this is really dull. There's absolutely nothing at all wrong with, go ahead and throw the box you're going to pack it in with the item on the scale, and just go ahead and weigh it. I mean, just because we don't do it every time, there's nothing wrong with doing that. And that's how you learn. Just like when I say we don't look up a lot of stuff at garage sales, that doesn't mean you shouldn't, because a lot of times that's how you learn. But yeah, it kind of surprises me how often that question comes up. I think a lot of people assume that we just pre-pack the items, and that's the only way to really truly know how much to charge for shipping. But if we can't fit what we have now. If we pre-packed all of our items, we'd need 5 sheds to put all this stuff in, right? So for the most part, pre-packing items is off the table for us. Plus, I can't imagine doing all that pre-packing work and then having items that would never sell. Look at that. That's pretty good, right? It's not quite there yet, though. This one is kind of interesting because, look, I have a guide in here. You see these letters? These letters are the same height all the way around. So I use those letters in this case because they're the height I want anyway. I'll use them as a guide. And yeah, this pack is really this pack is really kind of a lot, especially for a lower cost item, but that's what we're doing. Okay, and I need to take some of this off. I really need to replace these blades on these knives. They're pretty bad. All right, I'll go ahead and cut all this flap off. Here we go. And no, I'm not just chunking it in there like that. I will use a little bit of bubble. And I won't say that I don't let the value of an item somewhat dictate how I pack it, because I do. If something's expensive, I pack it a little better, but also there's a bare minimum quality that I kind of allow myself to pack at. If I sell it, no matter what the value is, I don't think there's ever a reason to underpack something. If you sold it and you feel like you sold it too cheap and maybe it wasn't really worth it, well, that's something I should have decided before I listed it, not at the time of packing, you know. So I don't use, and also another thing, if you sell a lower value item that's kind of a little bit of a pain, I already put one in there, put another one, it's a little bit of a pain to pack, then you don't want to make it worse by having it come back damaged, because then you're really going to be mad at the time you're wasting on it. Okay. However, I think the rest of these kind of figures, we are going to probably just ship them loose, list them and ship them loose. But there we go, that's done. And then right after I say that, I do get this little car part. Yeah, it's inexpensive, but look, it's metal bolts inside of packaging that's already a little beat. I am going to go ahead and put it in this bubble because I do that. And it goes in bubble mailer and thank you card, and that's it. So that is an example of something that I am not packing 100% because it is utilitarian. It's not collectible, at least I don't think it is. And yeah, it's done. All right, next up we're going to pack 5 Minute Marvel. That's going to California, so it's definitely going to be ground advantage. Supposedly it's a 3-pound package, which that should be right. I'm using one of these 12 boxes we got from Grainger last week or a couple weeks ago, and I love this box. This box is awesome because it's so tall, and they do cost about $1 a piece, but these are so tall that they're very adaptable for what I like to do. So all I need is this much, right? I'm going back and forth. I'm waffling. I think I'm gonna go ahead and use my this resizer. I was gonna go right up against it, but I am gonna bubble wrap it. I may put a little paper in there too. So this is when this gets a little dicier, is when it's like super long like that. Okay, I think that's a good height there. I kind of need to get this thing broken in. The wheels, these little blades on this wheel, they're so sharp, they dig in like super hardcore, and it actually makes it a little bit harder to use. It'll actually be a little better once they've dulled just a little bit, because it really scores a little deeper than I need it to. Go ahead, and I know I don't need these flaps. Add them to my flap collection. As a matter of fact, I'll use one of them here in a minute. And the spark plugs. See, that'll be awesome. All right, that's perfect. So, just need to bubble wrap this guy. Use 2 in one direction, 3 in another. Running out of room right now. Get just a little bit of paper. Tell you what, I'm just going to go ahead and drop this in here. And then And I'm just going to paper around the edge. And then the other side, just to keep it stationary in there, keep the edges from getting dinged too bad. And forgot to write the thank you note, so I did that off camera real quick. And let's go ahead and lock this down. Alright, what are we going to do next? Okay, this is kind of a weird one. This is a Jordan pool card. Just showed y'all. And it was originally $35 when I listed it. So I did not list it with eBay standard envelope. Because you can't list a card that's valued over $20 eBay standard envelope. So I did double check. I can buy an eBay standard envelope label for this, so I'm just gonna go ahead and send it like this. I'm gonna send the I'll send the buyer back a couple of bucks since I'm not going. I've officially kind of downgraded the service. I made this call. I assume the customer would rather have a couple of bucks back, but also shipping it first class package, or I'm sorry, ground advantage would be fine too in this case. Saw another question the other day, or yesterday actually, in the Facebook group, and it was what boxes do you buy, because people are buying a lot more boxes now because of ground advantage. But people are buying a lot more boxes now, ground advantage. So they were just asking, like, what boxes do you keep in stock? And of course, that is going to vary from person to person depending on what they sell. That's not something that's going to have a universal answer. But one box that I think is probably fairly universal, like, I can't think of too many resellers. Just about every time I see a box discussion, just about, I think this is probably the most popular size across all resellers. The most, so we're ubiquitous maybe? Box size. And that's the 864. The 864 is used for a ton of stuff. I need to make sure I made weight here. I got to get under 16 ounces. Oh yeah, easy. All right. Shoot, I'm kind of close. I'm trying to decide. I don't think I can make it down to 12 ounces. So I'm not going to try. But yeah, it seems like to me that just about all resellers stock this size box. The old 864, because it fits like, it fits so much stuff. We use it for mostly, we use it a lot for hats and just about anything really that's small. And it's a good resizer type box too. All right, we have our pantyhose here now, and got a bubble mailer, and just in case it's some kind of collectible thing, I am gonna use, I have a lot of scrap cardboard that I like to use. This is the case I can use it. That was a bad cut. Is it gonna fit? Nope. Do it again. There we go. Oops. All right. So just slide this in there. That's it. It's nice having that bunch of little spare cardboard bits around. Okay, we got these spark plugs, and a lot of times I'll just take the spark plugs and I'll just do a quick wrap like this. It adds like a fairly trivial amount of weight. And it's a nice touch so they don't get completely crushed boxes there. And it's still a super fast pack. By the way, would y'all believe that last package, the one with the pantyhose in it, it weighed less than 4 ounces all in. It's crazy. Okay, last one. This is a Walmart 15-12-10. Before we discovered Granger, we tried, we saw where we could order these online. And I'm like, yeah, we'll order a thing of those. I think we bought 25 of them. $1.20 something or something like that a piece. They're good. They're good when you need a little bit. Actually, they're like the they're kind of like the Home Depot Smalls, except they're actually a little wider. I think it's 12 inches this way, and the Home Depot Smalls are like 10 or 11 there, and I don't love that about them. So anyway, let me see. This is going ground advantage. If I can get the dimensions down a little bit, it'll probably save a couple of bucks, but I'm not going to fight it too hard because the customer paid for these exact dimensions. So we'll see. It's the first time I shipped pads. I kind of fell in love with shipping these things. Okay, yeah, I can definitely take it off to like right here, and then it'll be way cheaper. I may even be able to ship it priority. So I'll take it out of there, because otherwise I might cut that bag up. And I'll go ahead and, I don't have a good guide here, so I'm just going to go ahead and set up this resizer. I almost wish that's the one design thing I don't love about this resizer. It's not great at the shorter distances because the adjustment gets close to the handle, but it still works. I can do this, and this is going to take it down below a cubic foot, which will make it a lot cheaper to ship. So as of right now, before I did that little quick resize, that package was going to cost $12.02 to ship. And now we're going to see what it costs. Oh, I got to write my thank you card. Okay, got it. But yeah, shipping pads, man. Even the larger ones, like these are kid-size pads. But even the larger ones where you have to use a little, like a medium box sometimes, maybe. Man, you just bag them up and then throw them in the box and you're done. It's pretty awesome. I love shipping these things. Okay. So after all, they're meant for collisions, so they're perfect to ship. Let's see what this thing weighs. All right, that's going to be a 4-pounder. Let me get my dimensions real quick. Okay, 4 pounds, and then it's, well, it's 15. That's 15, 13, and 8. We punch that in. Okay, yeah, those dimensions, it's no longer dimensional weight. It ended up going down to, I don't want to show my screen. Ground advantage now is 856, and then even better than that, priority mail is $7.25 for this box now. So I mean, I know I use my own box, but I'm still saving money on the shipping. So I ended up kind of making an extra $4, and I packed it well and upgraded shipping. So win-win-win all around. And in the cases where, I have the label in my hand, I don't know why I started filming now. In the cases where I have a single package and I'm able to ship it cheaper than what I what the customer paid, even though they paid more, as long as I ship it using the service that they paid for or an upgrade, then I don't do a refund. If this person bought a couple of items and I was going to ship them all in the same box, which happens quite often, then I automatically give refunds in that case. That's just the way I do it. All right, that's everything that's going out. And you know what they say about slow sales days? You have heavy listing days the next day because you have a lot more time.
Yeah, so then you have heavy sales days the next day because you listed a lot the day before.
That's the plan. That's the theory. We'll see how that works. All right, we both had lunch now. Packages are away. Carrier just left a little while ago. I'm working on these comics, and I reached out to the Facebook group for a little help on this one because there's a ton of these that have sold with this cover. But this one is really weird because it has such a low grade. Like, kind of like, you know, shouldn't have sent that one in for grading kind of thing. Not that we didn't do it. Somebody else did. But this comic is like a $300 comic in like a 9.8 grade. But our grade is so low. I think only like three of these have ever had a grade this low. Or somewhere in there. So yeah. Just listing those for $40 a piece.
All right, my Ant-Man is not Ant-Man, Giant Man.
Giant Man.
Giant Man is he's assembled. He was hard to get together. I had to get Lonnie to help me.
Yeah, man, it is. I tell y'all what though, I've never seen one of these put together, these Build-A-Figures. This thing is high quality.
It's very sturdy, very heavy. Yeah. It's nice. It's
not like a regular action figure. Like these are, this is a nice figure.
Yeah.
I kind of get it. Get it now.
List him.
I'm like, don't let him fall.
Yeah.
There we go. And look, it's pretty cool. Look, he has like articulating toes there, probably to help him stand better.
You can pose them like they're running and stuff.
And it probably helps you balance them to stand, huh?
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't think he has that issue because he's so heavy.
Yeah.
But on some of the smaller ones, it does help.
That's what I love about getting this stuff from Guy. It's so much more fun to work with.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun.
Yep.
And easy.
Yep.
Clean. I had to show y'all this. We're gonna go ahead and throw this Giant Man in a box. And Candace is bubbling him. We just don't want any paint to get scratched or anything like that because it's a high value fig. But watch what Candace is trying to protect his horns.
His antenna.
Check him out. He looks like he's freaking George Washington or something.
Oh my gosh.
Did I mention working with this brand new package stuff is a dream? Isn't it nice? Well, Candace is over here. I appreciate having the stuff in the package. Candace over here taking it out of the package.
Well, yeah, I mean, look at this one.
I know.
That was horrible.
So yellow.
Yeah.
They must have had that one in the window or something.
I don't know. It's crazy. Most of them are pretty clear. There's probably about 20% of them or 15 are yellow, you know. Yeah. So.
I'm over here working on He-Man stuff, and turns out, well, like a lot of this stuff, I guess, it's just not worth a ton. Now, what I've seen is these guys are worth about $10 plus shipping a piece, these He-Man and Skeletor figs. So I'm going He-Man and Skeletor for 20, He-Man and Skeletor for 20. Battle Cats, these big things here, they seem to be worth about $20 plus ship. So I'm going 20, 20, 30, and 30. So I'm going to lot all these things up. Not all together,
so
but
essentially you're combining shipping for them before they even ask.
Exactly. Making little package deals.
Yeah.
You know, and with Ground Advantage, the shipping may look, they look at my shipping, depending on where they live, it might look like really enticing. Oh, $10 more and I can get both figs instead of one?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yep.
It kind of makes sense to me, especially with these Battle Cats, because then he rides, I just verified with Candace, he does ride on that. So that's what I know about. This was out when I was a kid. I never got into that.
Well, I didn't either.
I did. I mean, it wasn't for you because you're a girl.
I was
you know.
playing with Barbies.
Yeah, I know.
Dressing up my kitten.
But I never got into these guys. I never got into a lot of my friends did. I never got into Masters of the Universe. All right, I'm on my last little bit of that first box. Well, I didn't comp this guy yet. I'm assuming he's not worth much. I'm gonna look him up though.
We've actually sold him before.
We have?
In the last year. From that Funko buy, we had him, then we sold him.
I just wish the box wasn't messed up, but I could still sell him.
It's an ornament. Somebody's gonna put it on their tree.
Yeah, and then these guys, I mean, they're worth like $5. So I'm kind of holding some stuff over. I haven't looked this up yet. I may list it.
They have more in another box that you can make a lot of different characters.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of these figs aren't great. Some are I was feeling good at first because the G.I. Joe reactions, they weren't bad. They're not bad at all. But then some of the other ones got worse. Like these guys, you know.
They probably overproduced them, and I mean, it's a Netflix show, so young kids are not going to buy it. The collectors may, but you don't have both sides of it. Like the kids that want to play with it and the collectors.
And there's just so much of this stuff out there.
Yeah.
Because
I told Lonnie, I go like when I've gone to Ollie's bargain discount store here a couple of times, and they have a ton of He-Man, like new He-Man toys on clearance.
Yeah.
And I've looked them up, and they're not worth anything.
Yep. So we get what we get. We can try. So I got the first box done. I still have to do that one. So this is this is the second. We're doing spreadsheets for these guy buys by the date we made them on. So Candace is over here working on 810.
So the one you're working on is the one we paid $500 for.
Yeah, we paid $500 for this buy. And so far, well, I'm about to do one more at 26 for that lot that's in the box now. And that'll bring us up to 443, and we've got a lot to go. Still got 2 boxes there.
Plus all the comics.
Plus, those comic pages. Plus we have that the Millennium Falcon Air Hogs. It's worth like about $100, maybe a little more. Yeah. So that buy is going to end up working out pretty good.
Did you look at my total lately?
I haven't. Let me go look at yours. So this is a total for Guy Buy 2. Guy Buy 1.
We estimated when we kind of briefly tried to add up the value of what we thought things what it would sell for. We came up with $2,000, and look where we're at now. And I still have all of these left. Plus a lot of the chest. You didn't list very many chest.
No, I've only listed a few.
So we might see our number at more like 3 or 4,000.
Yeah, I know. I knew it. I kind of figured that. Yeah, Candace is at 55 pieces on the first Guy Buy for 1,800. Now these are all theoretical because, like, we actually have to
sell it for that. Yeah.
Right. So yeah. I don't want to tell people like we made this amount of money. Like we never try and do that until we actually show it's selling. So. But
it's a perfect time, like we said. Fourth quarter's coming up pretty soon, so we'll be loaded down with collectibles and toys.
Yeah, sales are pretty slow right now, I got to say. But
we've had this discussion recently in the water cooler about this time of year, and my experience from working in the casinos. I don't know if you remember this. And also working as a bank teller, people are not spending money right now because it's back to school. They're having to put out all this money for their kids to go back to school. So traditionally, this is just a slow time of year for
there's other
retail.
Factors. There are other factors too, economic factors and things like that.
Yeah, that's not helping. But yeah, this time of year is just bad.
If inflation was low and everybody had a bunch of money in their pocket, sales would be better too. But yeah, it's definitely a seasonal thing. The good thing is, most years, I was telling Candace this, most years, like just by chance, we're not positioned correctly for fourth quarter. We just don't carry that. Usually we don't carry that much brand new in-box product. And this year,
it's been about 2 years since we've had a good stocked fourth quarter.
Yeah, so we're not far from fourth quarter.
No.
So that's the way I'll just look at this like putting it up for fourth quarter. That's
for inventory in the store.
And it's not like, if y'all think it's like seeing questions about listing stuff for Christmas, now's the time. It's like, it's mid-August, and as soon as that cold snap hits, people are gonna start shopping.
Yep.
That first cold snap hits in whatever area of the country it happens, that's when people are gonna go, oh, it's Christmas.
Yep.
Right? So hopefully, anyway, that's our plan. But that is going to be it for this one. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see y'all again very soon. Bye, y'all.
Bye.